So my presentation is going to focus on the sensor. As you may know, Sony is leader in image sensor. But this new image sensor that we have is even different than what we had before. So the sensors that we had before, it was just the image sensor. The new one that we have, not only is an image sensor, it has AI integrated with it. So it makes it what? Edge device. So you can do inferencing right on the device. I don't think anybody talk about silicon sensor having AI. So this is what Sony is bringing to edge and is trying to solve, bring some solution for smart applications. So let's talk about what is this sensor. This sensor called IMX500. IMX500, we work with different OEM companies to package this camera. So we are open. If you are an OEM company, you want to partner with us, please come talk to us. And then we have a platform called iTrios. iTrios is a platform that you can build your vision solution end to end. What does it mean? You have your camera, you take pictures, you build your data set. You have your data set, you need to train it. You train your data set, and if you are happy with it, if the performance is good, you deploy it on the device. After you deploy it on the device, that's not the end of the story, because we want to deploy like 10,000, 100,000 of devices. Then what do you need? Device managers. Then you need to connect to the cloud. So the full path from the pictures all the way to deployment, scaling the solution, you can use our iTrios platform. But this is not just a platform. This is not just a sensor that, like any other edge devices. The significant features that you have for IMX500 and this platform is what you see on this side. First of all, is high speed, because it's at the edge, of course, right? We are all here because of the edge, right? So this is at the edge, and also is low bandwidth and low power. This is very interesting because I've heard a lot of people talking about low power. I want to have it like low bandwidth because it's expensive. How we achieve that? Because we don't send the image, we send the metadata. So look at the size that's shrinking to just, few kilobytes. So this is what is good about IMX500. And the last thing is, when you send metadata, you don't send the full pictures. I have an application, I have people, they don't want the identity to be out there. So with the metadata that you send out there, you also protect their privacy. So this is the overview of IMX500. Now you know the sensor, you know the platform. Let's talk about some of the applications that you can, oh my God, if I can figure this thing out. Now it's going fast. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not, okay. So these are some applications that I put out there. Today, I'm going to focus only on smart city, okay? But this is a smart eye. You want to do an application for retail? Go for it. You want to do some application for logistic? Go for it. So this is like anywhere that you need to have a smart eye application, you can use IMX500. But today, we are going to talk about smart city. And smart city is kind of like, now we see a lot of attention. We wanted to make our city more smarter. And we are looking at some applications that we can deploy. And as you may know, this smart city application is not only one or two, it's the whole city. So then you need to be wise how you install this, what is the cost of your solution. Let's talk about what is available today. If you look at the conventional system that is available today, you see the IP camera and is bundled with a GPU, right? And then right there, GPU is very expensive, right? So GPU, and then when you have this, it has to go outside. When it goes outside, you need to protect it from rain, shine, from sun, from snow, and all of those things. So as you see in the bottom, you have to put it in a box. You have to do some kind of structure to protect it. Look at that. That's cost, right? But now Sony is just giving a solution all in one. What does it mean? So as you see here, we partner with Leopard, and we built this camera. So this camera has 2 sensors, and these 2 sensors, you can adjust the angles when you install it. It's not remote controller, so, but you can adjust the angle. And also, it's very easy to deploy, because in the city, it's not easy to just go on top of a light and just install this. But this has brackets. You can just put it on the post. It can go vertical, it can go horizontal, so it's very easy to deploy. I told you it's low power because this is metadata. When it's low power, it means that I can get the power, it's not power hungry like a GPU. So that's another good thing. And also metadata. So we have privacy for protecting your identification. Is most of the city application, you see people walking around, right? And also is very low cost. So God help me going to the next slide. Oh, perfect, I'm learning. Okay, so now the good news is, that's not just a solution that I told you. Now this solution has been released by Leopard. So, okay, so this has been deployed, and this has been deployed in city of San Jose. And also this is easy to install. It has all of these good, significant features that I mentioned earlier. So Leopard is releasing this. This is available. But you are not only limited to applications that we have right now for a smart city. Thing is not. Okay. So you can now, we have like traffic counting, or we have pedestrian, or we have road safety, but this is a very open platform. You can deploy any model. I told you can take pictures, build model. If you have your own model, that's okay. Bring it in, you can deploy it, you can build your solution. So any application can be deployed on that Leopard device that I told you. And now I have a very good example. This is actually the safety. So in the city of Lakewood in Colorado, they were concerned because in the stretch of 1 mile of the road, they had a lot of fatality, a lot of accidents. And then the city was concerned, and they wanted to find a solution. They didn't care if these solutions are from Sony, it's from NVIDIA, from who. They didn't care. They just wanted to find a solution and avoid this fatality in that area. What they did, they compared 4 solutions. If you look at here, the first solution was LiDAR and edge application. 2 companies participated in this. And then this, so the third solution was camera and edge application. And so this is another solution that they have. And the last one was Sony. Among all this, Sony performed 100%. And you think, okay, 100%, how much do I have to pay for it? It was less expensive than all other solutions. So you see that it's not just a smart city. It's not me offering technology. I'm saving people's life. So this is a very good story I wanted to share with you. I want to go to my last slide, then I turn it over to my best friend here, Vijay. So now, so far you learn about the camera, about all these great things, performance. But what I told you, remember, I said this is a very low power device. What does it mean? All the lights that you have outside, it has power. If you can connect to the power and network from the light, what do? You make it less expensive. Deployment is going to be easier. Installation is going to be easier. And the magic of that is coming from Itron. So Itron has this possibility. They have an adapter that they can basically give us this possibility to deploy our cameras, connect them to the power and the network. And then we can build like mesh type of group of this network of these devices and deploy it. Please come. Thank you so much. Oh, let me mention this. So tomorrow we have another talk about Sony, but we are focusing on manufacturing. If you're interested, it's at 2:15. Also, for the smart city, we have a full webinar happening with Edge AI Foundation on April 29. It's going to be announced on their page. So please join us. If you have questions and all, we are in the corner. So I'm going to pass. Sorry if I took so much of your time. Okay. Thank you so much, Vijay. Do you think?
Testing? Yeah, it's working. Good. Good morning. And as we started to work with Sony a couple years ago on this solution, and this basically will provide you how this can be deployed in real life. Here I see a sign connecting AI to real world, and so here's one of the examples. We'll give you that how this gets connected, and we've been in this business from connecting devices, whether it's lighting controls or other kind of sensors and all that. But joining that with the Sony on the AI side actually opens up a lot more opportunities than originally when we started this whole thing together. So my name is Vijay, and I'm a product manager at Itron. I've been working on a smart city, smart lighting projects for many, many years. So this is adding this thing actually became a much more interesting for me as well on the project side. So first is, what is the challenges that cities are seeing? Why do cities want any kind of sensors? What challenges they have? So as you can know, the climate continues to change, and I just have a list about 4 or 5 items that city sees these as a challenges. I don't want to read through the slides every word, but you'll get the presentation later. But the idea behind is that cities are seeing real problems that they need to have sensors deployed in the cities. How basically can be the smart city can come through. So here's the challenges, and then what are the opportunities? How do we, as a technologist, as technology companies, how can we solve that? So introducing the solution that we provide to the cities. First is obviously there has to be devices and sensors. You start with that. That's where the data collection starts. Then intelligent connectivity. Even if you have a sensor in one location, you got to get the data somewhere. So the intelligent connectivity is the next important feature. Business intelligence. Why would customer pay for all these things? So they have to have understanding of, okay, what data I'm getting, how it's going to help me in overall solving the problem. And now, no one company can build all the products. We know that, and that's been our motto from day one. We always take this, bring the whole ecosystem of companies together, and then go approach the customer to solve the challenges that earlier I talked about. So that's where our overall, when we say Itron Edge, City Edge is what that is, taking all the solution and combining that. So we have been focusing on smart city applications for the last 5-7 years, and we basically have defined 5 major domains. Smart lighting, we've been doing that for almost 15 years now. And a lot of cities have already deployed that. And then customers come back and say, hey, we want to add more beyond the lighting only. And that's where basically we start to add more and more sensors in the field with existing networks. So the next one is the traffic and highways. This is where one of the partnership with Sony has come together to make it much more AI-based solution available in the market. Public safety is also will be part of the AI solution that's working with Sony. And then a few other ones we have environmental sustainability, where the floods and things, air quality things come together. And a lot of our customers are utility customers, so they worry about the water, metering, and electricity, and all the utility kind of applications. So this all comes into one platform. And I can show you the architecture-wise that how different devices in the field gets deployed. And then there's a Itron Intelligent Edge operating system where it takes the data and then go to the actual applications that customer will be seeing, what customers need to try to solve the challenges. It looks like a little messy picture, but you can see how the mesh networks work. Is that on the streetlight, you have the controller on the top, and then you can add different sensors depending on what the needs are, the customers are. It could be AI camera, could be sensors, could be flood sensors, weather stations. A number of different applications can be put on. And then once it's connected, the data comes to the controller. Then it's a mesh network. Intelligently, it takes the data and sends that to the back office. Once the data is in the back office, then the intelligent applications can be built to provide the right outcome to the customers. So how does it get connected? You can see we have a little demo outside showing. Simply is that the luminaire has a control, the socket, what we call a 7-pin, and then we're basically adding the adapter. The controller is already there. A lot of cities have already deployed that. You just add the adapter, which basically connects to the different sensors. Let's say this case is the AI camera. It provides the power to the camera as well as picks up the data. Once the data is picked up from there, then goes to the mesh network and to come to the back software application where all this data can be metadata, as she talked about. Metadata is available and then can be used for the challenges that customers are seeing on whether it's a flooding, whether it's a traffic, whatever the problem is. So in summary, adding the AI devices on the edge, it becomes, on the smart city applications, it becomes much easier. Simplified installation, you don't have to bring, one of the major problems customers see is that how do you provide the power to these sensors? So now we're providing this a network already on the streetlight, so we can take the power from there and make the installation much simpler. Powering the device, IoT devices, some cases could be few watts of power, could be some milliwatts of power. Doesn't matter. All the powers makes it much simpler. You use the existing network from a communication point of view, so you don't really have to set up a new communication setup. Communications setup was already there. And it's a scalable expand. I was showing on the mesh network, there's a number of different devices can go on exactly the same network, and the data can decipher at the back end which application, what problem is being solved. And at the end is really the thing is low cost of ownership. Is at the end to deploy in tens of thousands of these sensors in the field has to be low enough cost because the budget for every city is very tight, and providing the total lower cost of ownership makes it much more useful for the customer as well as for all of our citizens. And like I said, we have a little demo area. You can come and see what applications we're working on, and that's basically what if there's any questions, you can come up also and we can answer.